Hello YouTubers. Well, this video is going to be something a little different again. Kind of been a crappy rainy spell here again. Been a weird late summer and early fall here. A lot of just dreary rainy days. Haven't finished my haying, haven't got hay hauled home yet, and can't even do firewood because it keeps drizzling and crappy rain weather here for every other day, every couple of days. But that's not what I'm really here to talk about today. Just want to share a few thoughts that I have kind of on what's going on with YouTube lately. I know everybody else here has been putting out videos the last few weeks, especially the last week or so here. We're all noticing this weird trend going on with YouTube of changing all their algorithms, and so I'm just kind of doing from the tailgate of my truck here today. Been listening to a few videos here on YouTube here of all these online experts here all blabbering about do this and your channel will grow, do that and your channel will explode, and you're just around the corner, just wait it out a little bit and you're there. And you know, you hear all these suggestions, and I've been at it here now. It's going to be coming up on 3 years here this winter here. You know, you hear all the experts saying, oh, your channel will explode in 6 months, 9 months. Everybody's noticed a marked decrease in their viewership lately. YouTube's been up to all kinds of things here, switching things up in both their recommendations to viewers, I guess, not promoting certain channels. Even some of the big channels are complaining their views are way down. They're trying all kinds of things. Everybody's turning on this function, turning off that function. The reality is, I think it's just we're all, well, all us smaller content providers, at least anyways, we provide a lot of good entertainment value to YouTube without actually having to ever pay any of us anything. Because channels like mine here, like I said, I've been at it almost 3 years now, and I haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm not complaining that I want to be monetized and all that. Even if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I don't think I would even opt into it for a good long while. I'm putting out content as a documentary or as a footnote in my life. It's great that I get subscribers, yes. It's great that I get lots of views, of course. Sure, it's great. It's, you know, who doesn't like, you know, the instant gratification that comes from knowing that what you're doing is appreciated and well liked, right? But regardless, even if I only had 5 or 10 views on some of my videos, I would still be putting them out, like I say, just because it's something that I want to do. Now you hear all these experts saying, well, you have to pick a genre and stick to it and just do that. If you're a cooking channel, just do cooking. If you're a firewood channel, just do firewood. If you're into fixing chainsaws, just fix chainsaws. If you do a farming channel, just do specific grain farming or just backyard chickens. You're not supposed to talk about anything else. You're not supposed to stray out into any other forays or interests that you may have. Now they're saying, oh, this year 2025, it doesn't matter, you can post anything and everything, and that doesn't, the rules have all changed here on YouTube. And it's funny, just this morning, a few days from when I filmed this to when this is published, but I just heard somebody else still plugging the old adage from before of 3 years ago saying, no, you got to stick to just what you do, just what you know, what you're best at, what your channel is known for, that's what you do. You know what, everybody's just promoting their own content, and everybody's an expert on everything, when really I don't think anybody knows what the hell is going on as far as what YouTube is doing right now. My thoughts on it are everybody's viewership is down, and it's on purpose because we're all supposed to keep pumping out content, and those that are monetized or getting paid for their content, I really don't think anybody's supposed to be making a full-time career of it. I don't think that was the intent of the channel originally. They would say maybe otherwise, that yeah, get out there, promote your, you know, your products that you have to sell, and you know, yourself. I think the rules are being rewritten to sort of keep everybody on an uneven keel so that we're all providing hours and hours of entertainment. The big advertisers and, well, YouTube themselves are going to make a lot of money off of all of our content, but nobody ever really gets paid much for anything. And I think that's kind of where this is going. Nobody's wanting to say it because nobody's wanting to put that out there because they don't want to offend the powers that be, so to speak. I'll say it, maybe my video will get taken down for putting this up. I don't know. But it's just my thoughts. And it's just that. My thoughts and my thoughts only. Whether if anybody else agrees with that or not, doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. I'm just one small little speck in the YouTube algorithm. So, is my viewership down? Yep. Are my subscriptions down? Yep. So is everybody else. Lots of small channels are complaining that suddenly everything's dried up, and lots of big YouTube channels are complaining that suddenly their viewership is way down, even though they're trying all kinds of different things by turning on certain functions, turning off other functions. Nothing seems to be working because the whole system has been rewritten, and YouTube has admitted as much themselves. They've gone in and changed all their rules and algorithms, and don't know. I'm not the expert on it. There's other people in the technology sector that are way more in tune or into all this kind of stuff, doing analytics, and can literally do forensic auditing, and everybody knows something has changed and something is off, but none of us really know what, or what they're up to, or what's going on. So, anyways, you folks will continue to see me here on YouTube. I will continue to keep putting out content of a mixed variety of chainsaw content, of small engine repairs, of me doing farming content, of logging content, firewood, whatever I happen to be doing in my day-to-day life. The reason lately I haven't been posting on a pretty regular basis like I used to is, like I say, it's simply weather related. A lot of what I do here is all based on outdoor activities. When the weather doesn't cooperate, I can't go outside and do what I need to do. So, you're probably going to get a whole bunch of chainsaw content coming up here in the next little bit. Not that it's something that I particularly specialize in, it just happens to be it's something that I can do in the shop over my shoulder behind me here when on these rainy days. Anyways, I blabbered on way too long here again as usual, and it's time for me to wrap this video up. One other thing, I'm also probably going to stop asking for you folks to go ahead and like and subscribe as much as I used to all the time, asking folks, you know, leave the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Does it help? Possibly. Does it matter? I don't know. I appreciate when you folks do, but it makes me feel uneasy, and I don't like always asking you. I don't like pandering and always bugging and asking. Kind of come to the realization that after doing this for almost 3 years that I'm probably not going to be a monetized channel anytime soon. I will grow at a slow, continuous rate that I have, and it's slowed down now even more than it was before. But, like I say, I will continue to keep posting content, monetized or not. So, it'll be of a mixed variety. If YouTube doesn't like it and they don't want to promote it, well, I know most of you that watch have already figured out that you know what I do. It's a mixed bag of a little bit of everything. So some people like that, some don't. Like I've always said before, if you like the chainsaw stuff, you'll tune in for the chainsaw stuff. If you like the farming stuff, you'll tune in for the farming stuff. And then there's all the other stuff that I do in between. But anyways, just like to say thanks everybody once again for stopping by and checking out this video, and we'll see you all in the next one.